Welcome back. Welcome back. It is me, BrittReacts. It's a new day. The sun is shining. Not really. It's snowing where I am, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It is me, your girl. I'm just excited to be alive and healthy and well and with you all. All right. Today we're going to react to Mr. Joe Rogan as he talks about the San Francisco Department of Health hiring fat positive Czar. Let's see what this is all about.
The Joe Rogan experience.
All right.
Well, did you see the San Francisco lady they just hired?
No.
They laid a czar to stop fat phobia. Have you seen this lady?
No.
It's wonderful. Hold, please.
It's wonderful.
Okay.
Is that sarcasm, Joe?
Because this is a city that's completely crumbling, that has no resources,
But listen,
has enough money to hire this person.
my
Here we
daughter's in the 95th percentile right now, so I agree with her. I don't want anyone to make fun of fat people.
Oh, it's not making fun of fat people. It's literally like...
I'm sorry. As a parent to a not an infant anymore, new toddler who has been in the 100, between the 98 and 100 percentile his entire life. I'm talking the circumference of his head, everything. He's such a large boy. That comment was funny to me. All right. So it dawned on me that I obviously know who Joe Rogan is. I've reacted to some of his content before on the channel, but never directly to hear what Joe had to say. It's always been the interviewer or the interviewee, the person he's been interviewing, that was the subject of my reaction, i.e. Shane Gillis, I think Tom Segura, and Bert Kreischer. And so I realized, like, I've never really heard or maybe I've heard, but I've never really paid attention to just what Joe had to say on his podcast. His podcast has been one of the #1 podcasts for years. I know he's, for some people, super controversial. I've never heard this man say anything to me that wasn't level-headed and kind of straightforward. So I'm interested to dive into his content to see like what all the hoorah, hoopla shenanigans is about. So if there's anything you want me to watch and react to of Joe, please leave it in the comments. I would love to. I am kind of over the moon about all of this stuff, the topics, the subjects, the conversation, because I think for me, it keeps my mind sharp and keeps me going. It keeps me on my toes. It keeps me thinking. It keeps me aware, all those things. So yeah, anyway, I just had to stop at that 95 percentile take. Okay, thanks.
With her. I don't want anyone to make fun of fat people.
Oh, it's not making fun of fat people. It's literally like encouraging people to be fat.
Oh, they're encouraging to be fat.
Yeah. It's saying there's nothing wrong with being fat, which is crazy. It's one thing if you don't want to be mean to people because they're fat, yes.
Right.
And, if you can encourage them to be healthy, yes.
Right.
I mean, I'm not the expert on GLP-1 agonists, but this lady's out of her fucking mind.
Huh.
I think there's probably a lot of side effects to a lot of these drugs that people are taking to get skinny, but at least it's moving you in a right direction because being fat is killing you.
Yeah.
Right.
Jamie, I just texted it to you.
I'm actually giving, for Christmas, a few of my friends Wegovy.
Yeah. For real?
Yeah.
Wegovy?
No, I mean, I'm joking, but...
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was serious. What's Wegovy?
It was a nice bomb.
Yeah,
But at least we're not
serious.
talking about grizzly bears. If we're talking about grizzly bears, I know really...
Hey Siri, what's Wegovy? Is a prescription drug made by Novo Nordisk approved for weight loss. The drug comes as a liquid solution for injection under the skin. Whoa. Okay. I thought he was dead serious. Side note, it always makes me feel rather legit when I watch podcasts or anything professional and I'm wearing the same headphones as them. I just want to make that clear. I just want to make that clear. Okay. Also, I agree with what Joe said. Like, I don't think it's nice or funny or necessary to make fun of people who are overweight. They know they're overweight. They know it is taboo in our society. They, for the most part, know and are aware that it is unhealthy. I think this rise of body positivity has skewed some people's reality into thinking that it is healthy and okay. It is okay to be you. It is okay to be confident in whatever body you're in right now. It's also okay to be unhealthy. I think what is not okay is to be unhealthy and perpetuate that as if it is okay for other people to be unhealthy. If you want to be unhealthy, that is your choice. And unhealthy isn't strictly being overweight. Unhealthy is how you eat, what you drink, do you exercise? There's so many things about the physical body that is not just like being overweight and eating too much, right? Like, just because, and I tell people this all the time, it's interesting, especially when I've been pregnant. I find that people are like, oh, pregnancy must be easy for you, you're so thin. And it's like, thin does not equate ease or health. I could be way more unhealthy than someone who is a lot bigger than me. Those two things don't go hand in hand. Healthy is how you contain or maintain your body and your body's health. Some people are just bigger. And so, yes, I agree with Joe. It's like, I don't think we should be fat shaming and publicly shaming people. I think we should be trying to help people and advocating for healthy living and eating and consumption. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't even heard what this lady had to say, but I have two best friends. They're twins, and they lived in San Francisco for years. They worked in San Francisco. Like, they lived in a condo building downtown San Francisco. And the stories they told me / the things I've seen with my own eyes, I don't understand why this city is in shambles. This city, like Joe just said, they don't have resources. What's going on in San Francisco? It is a beautiful city. It's a historical city. And I'm not understanding why it is crumbling to the ground in this way. I know that the epidemic of drugs is rampant there. I mean, I have literally gone there and stepped on crack needles and was mortified that it was like gonna go through my shoe and like prick me in my foot. I've seen it. So I know that it's real. I know the homelessness is rampant. But I don't understand, like, how did we get here? And how come we're not doing the things we need to do to fix it? Instead, we're hiring someone to advocate for overweightness. It is really one of those things where it's like, can't we be putting our money in better places? I don't know. I know nothing. I'm
That
skinny.
was a nice bomb.
Yeah,
But at least we're not
serious.
talking about grizzly bears. If we're talking about grizzly bears, I know I'm really bombing. Yeah.
Let's take a look at this. This is so crazy.
CRFI. If you're like many women, you've
Where's
been
the
to a
video? I
birthday
wanna
party
see it.
or a
There we
small
go.
office gathering, an event that's meant to bring people together. There's swinging tunes, some adult beverages, and good convo. And then it comes time to cut the cake, and someone decides to ruin everything.
Oh my God, that slice is huge. That slice is bigger than Beyonce's paycheck. Can you cut me half of that?
What Beyonce have to do with that? Okay, this feels like cosplay. It almost feels like she's dressing up and being super quirky. Okay, I'm going to give this a definition, or I'm gonna paint this picture. To me, it feels like how everyone was saying, like Dylan Mulvaney, I think his name, pronouns. Never do I ever want to be disrespectful. I'm being very serious. Like, I may not agree, but I'm not ever intentionally trying to disrespect someone. Dylan Mulvaney. Everyone felt like this was just a man dressing up, pretending to be a woman in a very like childish, stereotypical, cutesy bubblegum like character of a woman, and not really advocating for the trans women who just wanted to be represented. It felt very caricature. This feels like that. It doesn't even feel like she's being serious. It's over the top and it's like, nah, and I don't know. The production value is fantastic. This bubblegum pink background, the camera, it's fantastic. And then it begs the question, San Francisco, could this money have gone to the homeless? But who am I? I'm nobody.
This is bigger than Beyonce's paycheck. Can you cut me half of that?
A cake-related fat-phobic incident, or CRFI, is that
Cake-related
moment when it's time to eat delicious cake and it's interrupted
No.
by a moralizing impulse. Inevitably, there's always someone at the party who has to declare publicly that their slice is too large, and that the person who's cutting the cake, almost invariably a woman, must do some disproportionate amount of labor in order to accomplish.
Only women cut cake. Got it.
A woman must do some disproportionate amount of labor in order to accommodate their need to feel superior.
Labor by
Let's
cutting
take
a
look.
smaller piece of
Can you
cake?
do a little bit, just like, can you like scrape all the frosting off and cut it in half and give me 2 forks, because I'm sharing. Small, like a little bit more, like tiny, no, like less.
This
less
is not
than what
real.
you're smaller.
This is
please.
not real.
Could you just cut my piece into 12 equal symmetrical little pieces and put each one into a tiny little Tupperware?
What the fuck are
so
they
that I can
talking
have
about?
Yeah,
a bite?
this is infuriating. It's infuriating as a woman that there's only women here. It's like as if men don't go to birthday parties and eat cake. Let me tell you something. As someone who, I'm not a big fan of pastries, I do love frosting. I am the girl's like, can I just have the frosting? Or my husband and I will literally like split a piece of cake. He'll have the cake and I'll have the frosting. Like I am this person, but not because I'm fat phobic. This is wildly ridiculous and so out of touch. Like, go touch grass. Go touch grass. Go, everybody in this video, go touch some grass. This is crazy. It's crazy. People have preference. This is someone that is shaming people who have preferences. Like, what? So what? It doesn't matter what size you are. If you whatever size cake you, and now it's labor intensive to ask someone to cut you a smaller slice of cake. I'm never getting cake at a birthday party ever again. This can't be serious. We are the most unserious society. Like, because why? Why have we gotten to this point that we are wasting beautiful production value bucks on this? And it all feels like satire. It doesn't even feel serious. The only reason I'm taking it seriously is because Joe said, no, for real, y'all, this is for real. I'm still kind of on the fence. Like, I think this may be a joke. This is a sketch. It's a sketch. This is an SNL sketch.
Little pieces and put each one into a tiny little Tupperware.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Tupperware. Tiny little Tupperware.
2018. Thanks.
Like, look how
This
it's
Take a
framing women.
This is what, like, statistically, they've shown that 60% of liberal women
Right.
are mentally ill. 60.
Right. So how do you?
This is what that is.
How do you?
This is mental illness.
Who polls that?
Anybody who's answering a poll is mentally ill. So it's a bad sample.
Yeah, that's probably sample group. I don't think anyone who ever answers a poll is mentally sane. You know, they say you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can definitely judge a conversation by its haircut.
It's what it is.
I'm sorry. This is the funniest. First of all, Joe said if you take a poll, you're already mentally ill. But it's so funny because I was looking at some of these haircuts and I was like, what's going on here in this clip? And then he said you can judge by his haircut. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't pulled out the concealer catcher in so long. I have tears. I'm sorry. I'm like a cackling little, I don't know, little something. I like have gone through all the stages of grief watching this. I went from like confused to infuriated and angry, and now I'm just like hysterically laughing because there's no way. And there's nothing better than men reacting to this because it's so over the top. And it's infuriating. Like, why couldn't they have included some men in this clip? Because men go to birthday parties and may also ask for a certain size of cake. Women, let's just talk about that. Sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot when we do stuff like this. It's like, you don't want to be treated different because you're a woman. You don't want to be looked down on because you're a woman. You don't want men to treat you like this just because you're a woman. You want men to listen to you just because you're a woman. And then we go and do really silly things like this that literally we leave ourselves open for the ridicule. I don't understand. And I've already said, like, I think it doesn't feel like any of this is serious. And so I don't know who this is speaking to. I'm not sure who this message is truly speaking to. I have a few family members who are considered morbidly overweight, like not even considered, diagnosed, and 2 of which have had some type of geriatric surgery for weight loss. And I don't know either of those 2 people who would watch this and be like, no, I'm fine. I actually forget that surgery. Like, I just don't know who this video is for. Unless you are not tapped in with reality, unless you have perhaps some type of mental deficiency, perhaps you're in grave denial, I'm not sure who in their right mind would watch this and be like, they're right. Please don't CRIF me at the next birthday party. Huh? Was that the acronym? CRIF, CRFI, CRF? Girl.
You know, they say you can't judge a book by
Touch
its cover,
grass.
but you can definitely judge a conversation by its haircut.
Conversation by
That
its
girl with the
haircut.
red hair, if I saw her, I'm staying far away from that
I mean,
chick.
Giannis,
I
let's
know
be
what
honest.
that combo's
Me
gonna
and you
be.
have kind of easier lives because our
Wait, which one was the red hair chick? Hold on, I gotta see the red hair chick. Hold on, I'm scrolling through. I love how they were all like intently watching. I was concerned about this haircut. Bottom left corner. And maybe it's because she has it pulled back. That's the haircut I was worried about. But they said redhead, so let me find the redhead. Where is she? Redhead, where are you? This hair? Oh no, that's a cute. I had a little. They call them TWIs, tiny weenie fro or something. TWF. I don't know, something teeny weeny fro, teeny weeny TWF, teeny weeny fro. I actually think she's cute. She has good personal style. There's nothing wrong with that to me, but that's my opinion. All right, let's go back to this.
You can't judge a book by its cover, but you can definitely judge a conversation by its haircut.
I'm sorry,
That girl with
that's
the
a
red
quote.
hair, if I saw her, I'm staying far away from that
I mean,
chick.
Giannis,
I
let's
know
be
what
honest.
that combo's
Me
gonna
and you
be.
have kind of easier lives because our wives are Republican. Let's be honest. That's why.
Look,
It definitely helps.
it just...
Well, it's not that
definitely
she's
helps.
Republican, Michael. She's an old school Latina, where she's just more like, I don't know, Chris, you're going to have to get out there and work, get up there and fight. And when she hears shit, she's like, this is annoying. I got to take care of my kids. We got to do shit. I'm just not going to get sucked into the bullshit.
So is that more of a conservative than a Republican? Like, I like that he drew that back and said, let me not put that label on it. But she seems like a Republican, conservative, meaning she has conservative values and morals. She likes things to be the way that they are meant to be in her mind. And so, yeah, I appreciate that he didn't put out her voting choice. Instead, he dialed it back and said, well, actually, this is her preference is a more conservative way of life.
This is annoying. I got to take care of my
All
kids.
conservatives are
We
not
gotta do
Republican
shit.
and
I'm
vice
just not gonna get
versa.
sucked into the bullshit. She's kind of like just she's an old school woman. Old school women like that. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's
Yours
great.
too.
But what this is about
Yours
is
too.
a complete collapsing of a civilization.
Yeah.
Yes.
San Francisco is woke peak. That's like the epicenter. That's the event horizon of wokeness.
Right.
And these motherfuckers who have no money for anything, they can't clean the shit, the human shit off the
Literal.
streets. They hired this lady to make the dumbest video about the size of cake. Like, isn't it okay to want a small piece of cake? Why do I have to eat a big piece of cake? And
Right.
it makes you feel better?
Yeah.
Right.
Because you want to be a glutton
Yeah.
and just saddle
Right.
up to that fucking cake and just shove it in your face?
Yeah.
Right.
And here's the thing. Those people are never going to be at a party with anyone who's ever going to judge them anyway. So who are
Right.
they even talking to?
Right.
All right, I'm so glad these men are posing the same questions as me. He's right. These women won't ever be in spaces where they're around other people who aren't like them. That is, I think, a very clear and fair thing to say. And if they are not like them, they think like physically not like them, but they, like they said, like these parties in San Francisco it's like Wokeville or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's like, you're not even going to ever put yourself in that position, but who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Like, who's your audience? Who do you want to be in receipt of this very cartoonish video?
You know?
Well, it's one girl who might not want to stuff her face.
Yeah, but at that
And
party...
they're like, come on. It's
Yeah.
like the
Right.
guy who wants you to keep drinking. That's all you had?
Right.
Have a
That's
shot.
what I'm saying. It's the same
It's the same
thing.
thing.
It's the
Alcoholics always
same
want you to do
thing.
shots.
Sure.
Yeah.
People who are addicted to food want you to eat bigger slices of cake, and they make this ridiculous video. Like, the
Stupid.
mental gymnastics you have to do to make that video and
gross.
then look at it and think, I think we're making a solid point.
Yeah.
I love the way he brought that home and compared it to alcoholism, because like I said, like, one unhealthy thing is not bigger or better or worse than another unhealthy thing. It's all unhealthy choices. And typically people who are making unhealthy choices will try to push that on you. Don't push a cake size on me, whether I like it bigger or smaller. Don't push a shot on me, whether I want it or not. Do you know what I mean? This was enjoyable to me. I think this was a very great conversation. It looks like Amala also reacted to this fat phobia expert. Should I do her take next? was great. All right, yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments what else of Joe you want me to peek at, listen to, and react to, and I would love to react to it for you. All right, guys, this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have the day you deserve. Bye.